I'm a fucking miracle. Straight up.
I'm not going to be Wes, but just anybody who will want to get on there. We never really got to have closure. My coach is Wes Watson. I ask him everything. And one time I didn't ask him was in the beginning when I was insecure. The one time I didn't ask Wes. And my conscience was yelling at me to ask Wes. Ask Wes. I knew he would have said no.
Do you get pleasure doing the burpees? Where's the pleasure? Like the big homie Wes said, the pleasure is I held my word again. This shit is too motherfucking.
That's what the big homie, my big bro Wes taught me. You don't get it twisted. That's what Wes showed me and taught me. One of those mornings where a lot of you would wake up, walk outside, feel that air, and just run back into your house like a bitch. When are you gonna stop? Dumbass! I gotta get 392 in a minute! I'm gonna go harder than them! This song is fire! Play fucking footsies next? Or a bitch, Mike! Holy shit!
Well, guys, it looks like we are back with another day, another goober, and another deranged Wes Watson wannabe clone that we actually haven't discussed too much on the channel before, because the man that we will be talking about today is one of the most devoted Wes Watson lovers that I think I have ever seen. This man loves Wes Watson to such an extent that he would give Peggy a good old pegging if it meant that he could get somewhat closer with him. And that statement might be a whole lot more accurate than you actually think it is, because the guy we're talking about today has also become known as being the guy who loved getting humiliated by Wesley on his coaching calls to such an extent that he even cried about how much he loved the good old Pegster.
I'm gonna shout out to my big bro Wes Watson. Sorry, I'm emotional. Fuck you. Fuck you too, pussy. They laugh, they mock, they make podcasts, they make YouTube stories about me and crying too much.
So with that being said and shown right there, the goober that we're going to be discussing goes by Mike Feeney on Instagram. And I don't know what it is with all of these Mikes being so obsessed with Wes, but I swear there's about 40 of them. And as you can tell, he really must have enjoyed his time with Wesley and all of their paperwork hooping shenanigans, and has even embraced the fact that he's become known as the guy who cried about it. And of course, it's not the fact that he cried in general, but it's the fact that he was goofy enough to cry about loving Wesley Peg Watson. So naturally, when Mike saw that Wes was getting locked up for allegedly beating the living shit out of his fiancée, instead of him shaming Wes, or pointing out how awful his actions were, or allegedly were, he has taken to defending him at pretty much all fucking cost. And it's not only been him, but has also been good old Alfonso, who's been posting videos like this one right here.
Men don't talk about other men. And let that be a lesson to all you dudes out there. You're trying to use another man's downfall or another man's situation to get it likes and views and shit. Listen, but men do not talk about other men. That's what women do. So all you men with that shit, that's whole ass traits. And for you asking me about that, what do you think? I'm just gonna come out here and talk about another man? Like, what kind of man do you think I am? Men do not talk about men, period.
And of course, naturally, good old Mike Feeney has been in the comment sections of a lot of these different posts by all of the different goons and goobers that followed Wes around, and has been making himself look just as foolish as they are, with some of the goofiest comments that I've seen in a minute. And a lot of the time, you can see him in any of these goobers' posts, where he's dropping a straight up, or facts, or something along that line. And the goofy part is, you can also see him responding to any comments that are making fun of him. Like this one right here, where someone told him, Mike, he told you to shut up on a coaching call, and we all saw that. And Mike responded with, because I needed to heed it, you were on the call and still don't show your face on profile, you bitch. As Wes would say, baby boy. So the man's using Wes's sayings, he's defending the fact that Wes just pretty much shit-talked him on the coaching call, which if you didn't know, was pretty much a common-ass occurrence, where the coaching calls would just divulge into whatever the fuck this is right here.
Stand up and lift your shirt up, stupid. Shut the fuck up. Listen to me. It's a fucking brain dead. I'm not saying it. Are you fucking stupid? Say what happened, stupid. Never. What happened to the car, you fucking idiot? Tell the goddamn story, you fucking retard.
To try to help Ken too, because I
You're not
dealt with
supposed to
that
help
shit as
anyone.
well.
You're pale as with your goddamn shirt off. You're not going to help anybody on this call. I wouldn't listen to you save my goddamn life. You've done nothing. Your background sucks, and look at you in the fucking camera. You look like shit, and behind you looks worse. Look at behind me. Look at behind you. Okay, bro, Joe. What the do you think you're going to come on my fucking call and give one of my clients advice for?
It was how fast your program was working. So about my own self-talk. So
Yeah, but just don't talk to anyone else. Just come in and say, "Hey, it's helping my self-talk to do this." Don't
my bad.
guide it towards anybody else ever.
And I guess Mike experienced that and loved it so much and must really have a true humiliation kink. Because after seeing Wes gone, he started to really miss the little meetings they would have in those calls and started to really miss his coaching and decided that he was going to try to set up the calls himself for Saturday at 5. And even though he could obviously never be Wes, he was going to do his best to reach out to the community because apparently all of the little Wes Watson students, clones, and Wessonites who loved him never had a chance to get fucking closure, as he put it.
And nervous talking about this. I've had a few people reach out to me. And I'm talking to anybody that's been on Wes's calls for Saturdays. It was something that became part of my life. We became a family. And I was thinking about maybe putting it together next Saturday. I'm not going to be Wes. But just anybody that will want to get on there. We never really got to have closure. Update where you are. You know, kind of be a round robin. Everyone can communicate, everyone can talk, you know, figure out what we want to do. But I really looked forward to those Saturday calls at 5. And it's something that, you know, I cherish that community. What Wes and who Wes introduced me to. Everything that we talked about on there. Being better, the wins that we got, the build, how we built, how we kept getting better. And I just loved hearing everybody win. So if it's something you'd be interested in, shoot me a DM. I want to see how many people are interested, but I've already had some people reach out. Let me know.
And of course, since this message was going out to a ton of dipshits that looked up to Wesley and that were stupid enough to pay him to basically scream at them, it appears that they automatically assumed that this guy was trying to take Wes's spot and fill in for Wes, and he then had to make another video basically stating that he's not trying to be Wes and stop saying that, and then doubling down on the fact that they just need to get closure, which I don't know what the actual fuck they need to get closure for. It's not like Wes just died or tragically passed away in some type of crazy accident. He got locked up for allegedly beating the shit out of a woman, and not only was it a woman, but it was a woman that was his fiance that he supposedly loved. And they're out here acting like they need closure as if it was a close family member that passed away. The complete dipshit is still alive and can still be contacted. You're just gonna have to do it from a jail cell now, Mike.
You're right. I'm not trying to replace Wes. No one can replace Wes. But this is for anyone that's been on the calls in the past, that has had a connection with that group. If you want to hop on that Saturday. But again, I don't want any idiots to tell me I'm trying to replace Wes, because I can't replace Wes. But we're a community. Get some closure for right now, for the time being at least. You know, it is what it is. But don't be a dumbass and think I'm trying to take over for Wes, because I'm not. I'm just trying to thank the community and everybody that's been on there supporting me from the beginning. And a little way to thank Wes.
And yeah, it's already just some goofy shit in general, to where this man is trying to now carry on the Wes Watson tradition of people just sitting in a call and getting screamed at on a Saturday at 5 p.m. And you have to wonder if all of these guys who actually paid for this shit are gonna get refunded, or if Wes is just gonna straight up tell him to eat shit now that he's locked up. And even though Mike says he's not trying to be Wes, he has been damn sure carrying on the Wes Watson lolcow legacy by not only going out of his way to respond to any of the supposed haters that call him out or just make fun of his dipshittery online.
There it is. You can see it. Look at that. Is there anything else you do in the world, my Yusuf, besides kiss Wes Watson's ass? You're a world-class clown.
A lot of girls.
Bro, you're spending time looking at me. What are you doing? What are you doing? Doesn't matter what I'm doing, but see, I'm comfortable with myself. I'm not even going to show your name, who you are. Doesn't matter. I only followed you for this 1 second so that I can post it and show people. They're going to hate. But guess what? I like it. Because I know what you see me doing, It's hitting you. Or you wouldn't be watching.
And when he hasn't been copying Wes in this kind of category of things, he's also been doing another little habit of the Pegsters, which is to drive around and scream in his car about the most random of subjects. This shit varies completely all over the place. We have seen him screaming about how people gossip and how not to do that, and if you gossip, you're a bitch.
Talking on social media and in the world about other people. Gossip is for bitches. When you mention another person's name, that's bitch talk. Talk about you. You realize when you talk about them, you're letting them have a top suite in your mind. You're thinking about them all day. You're just on there to talk, talk, talk. Too much talking. Not enough messages being sent. Focus on you. Gossiping is for bitches. Keep them out of your mouth.
And then the very next day, he's screaming about how he's tired of people saying the word trying, and instead you're doing, and for some reason he's just irate as he's doing so. I don't know what pissed him off, or what got him so worked up, but he's clearly not in a good mental state, and he just followed it up with even more random-ass screaming, in blind fury, instead of just focusing on where he's driving.
Stop saying trying. Jeez, so freaking annoying. You guys are doing. You want to change the mindset, start using strong words. They go into your subconscious. You keep trying, you're going to keep losing. You're doing. Damn, I'm frisky about this. Everyone keeps saying trying. Stop it. You're doing. Doing. No more trying. You're doing. So say it. So many reasons not to get up. So many things going on in my fucking head that would have broke the old me. That shit. It. Run this shit up today. Stack those motherfucking W's. It's about you. You. Do it for you. And then everyone around you gets better.
And then when he's not yelling about just these little random smaller subjects, he also likes to go on some dumbass rants about things that just must anger him during his day. And these vary an extreme amount as well. With some of them, he is getting mad about some dumbass telling him to go for 500 burpees, and I'm guessing they were just trying to motivate him, but in his mind, they don't understand how it works, and I guess they just don't have that dog in them like he does according to his tattoo.
Some people, man, a guy asked me yesterday, he asked me about my burpees. He said, how many did you do yesterday? I said 391. He said, man, you know you're gonna get to 500? When are you gonna stop? Dumbass! I gotta get 392. It's not about getting to 500. I don't know when I'm gonna stop. All I worry about is adding one more. That's the problem with everybody. You think about 500. You know how many it is to get to 500 for me? It's like 15, more than that. Who knows how many? I think about today. Focus on the present. 500. That shit is so far away. You know what's close? 392. The present moment, motherfuckers. Focus on that. 500. He doesn't get it.
And when it's not burpees that have him so worked up and angry, he has another weird subject that he takes surprisingly serious, which is running. And he goes on other little rants like this that make no sense, where he's arguing with some random post he must have seen online that's stating that walking for you is better than running, and he just doesn't like it. And it must have really just got him going, or got him frisky, as he would say.
Damn, I'm frisky about this. That time of the year when those bitch voices really come out in people. So many people, again, talking about running's not good for you. Walking's better. You can do it for a longer time. No shit, because it's easier. Running sucks. I hate running. And I don't run far distances. But I will never say that walking is more beneficial than running. Running sucks. Walking is walking. We do it every fucking day. So don't come on here telling me and the world how walking is better for you or more beneficial. It's just easier. Running up today, too easy.
And yeah, this is all already just so goofy enough on its own, with him just getting so mad and so upset about the most random of shit, and feeling the need to make a post about it where he's screaming like a moron. But there is one other thing that good old Mike likes to do, which is to basically post about these supposed interactions he has that must get him really worked up, where he tells these stories and gets salty about dumb shit in general. Like this right here, where somebody apparently didn't hold the gym door open for him, and it got him so upset and so annoyed that he felt the need to exit the gym and make a video about it, and then post it online.
Don't do this. Don't do this. If you're walking into your gym and someone politely pulls up next to you in their car and asks you to hold the door open because that person's key card is not working because the gym did not fix it correctly 3 times, do not say to that person, I'm on probation, and then close the door. That's what happened to me this morning. Some guy closed the door on me. Went inside. So I'm outside 7 minutes, stalking that door, sitting there saying, is this guy kidding me? Dumbass. Hold the door, wait and have a conversation with me. I end up getting in there finally. Someone lets me in. I go up to him and I say, yo, what happened outside? Well, I'm on probation. Okay, you're on probation, bro. I ask you nicely, sit there, wait till I come out, and let's see if we can do something. I'll talk to the manager so you don't get in trouble for letting someone in that maybe isn't a member here. Well, you know, kids are always trying to get in. I apologize. Do I look like a kid? I didn't think so. Then he says, well, I don't see you here. I said, I'm here every day. You see me here every day. Then he said something else. And I just politely said, you know what the problem is? I just continually keep hearing excuses as to why you weren't a gentleman and held the door and waited for me instead of an apology. If this happens, hold the door, and instead of making excuses, just man up and say sorry. Especially if you're going to close the door and you're uncomfortable, and you know it's going to be extremely uncomfortable if that person comes inside to talk to you, then definitely hold the door open. Come on, guys. Get better than this.
And there you have it. Like a true alpha male badass, Mike showed him what was up and put him in check for not holding that door open. And I guess this is all the type of behavior you get when you actually pay Wes Watson and try to take him serious. And poor little Mike now is just in shambles, as you can tell, now that Wesley is gone. And I have a feeling we're going to see more of these students just losing their mind now that they don't have their savior to teach them. And it's only going to get worse. But with that said, that's enough of this goober for one day. So if you enjoyed, please drop the sub and the like and join the Saints Mafia where we flame all the fake alpha males online. And I'm out. Watching Wes Watson's biggest glazer completely lose it, and peace.
There are 2 kinds of haters in society, ladies and gentlemen. Now, haters are lames. Haters have major insecurities going inside them, which they are releasing onto others and expressing about others how they truly feel about themselves. But we have 2 kinds. The first kind is the hater that says the person's name, puts videos about the person, and says who they're talking about. We then have a second hater, ladies and gentlemen, the one who sends subliminal messages, talks sideways out the side of their mouth, gives subliminal hints, this and that, but doesn't mention the name. We all know who you're talking about. That is weak. Mention the name. You're talking sideways, being so descriptive. We all know that is a weak hater. If you're gonna hate, which is lame, be hater number 1. I will never hate. That is lame as hell. But if you're gonna hate, mention someone's name. Don't send subliminal messages and talk sideways.